Good morning. Today we will study integrals of rational functions. In previous lecture we studied integrals of rational functions using partial fractions. Today we will study some more methods to evaluate the integral of rational functions. Suppose we have a function of the form 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c. So first of all we will express this expression in the denominator ax square plus bx plus c in the form of sum or difference of two squares, and then we will apply the known formulas as applicable. Suppose we want to evaluate the integral of 1 upon x square plus 4x minus 5 with respect to x. So x square plus 4x minus 5 is nothing but x square plus 2 into 2x minus 5. So whatever is the coefficient of 2x, which is 2 here, square it. Square of 2 is 4. Then add and subtract 4 from this expression. Remember that we have to add and we have to square the coefficient of 2x, which is 2 in this case. Then square and add the coefficient of 2x from this expression. So x square plus 4x minus 5 is equal to x square plus 2 into 2x. Square of 2 is 4. Add it and subtract 4 means minus 5 minus 4 is minus 9. Now x square plus 2 into 2x plus 4 is x plus 2 whole square, and 9 is 3 square. So we have expressed x square plus 4x plus minus 5 as difference of two squares. One is x plus 2, another is 3. We have expressed this as a difference of x plus 2 whole square and 3 square. So we wanted to find the integral of this given function. So this may be written as 1 upon x plus 2 whole square minus 3 square by using these calculations. Now this expression is nothing but it is similar to this function. So we know that integral of 1 upon x square minus a square with respect to x is 1 upon 2a log x minus a upon x plus a plus c. C is the constant of integration. So in place of x, we have x plus 2 here. In place of a, we have 3 here. So use this formula and replace x by x plus 2 and a by 3. So it will be 1 upon 2 a. A is 3. Log x plus 2 minus 3, x plus 2 minus plus 3. We have replaced x by x plus 2 and a by 3 plus c. C is the constant of integration. So it is 1 upon 6 plus log x minus 1 upon x plus 5. One more example. In the previous example, the coefficient of x square was 1. If the expression is of the form 1 upon 3x square plus 2x plus 7 and the coefficient of x square is not 1, so first of all make the coefficient of x square to be 1. So if we want to evaluate this integral, then write 3x square plus 2x plus 7 equal to, take 3 common, x square plus 2 upon 3x plus 7 upon 3. So we have made the coefficient of x square as 1. Now find the coefficient of 2x. Coefficient of 2x here is 1 upon 3. Square and add. Square of 1 upon 3 is 1 upon 9. Then add and subtract 1 upon 9 from this expression. So x square plus 2 into 1 upon 3x plus 1 upon 9 minus 1 upon 9 plus 7 upon 3. So we have added and subtracted the square of coefficient of 2x, which was 1 upon 3. So x square plus 2 into 1 upon 3x plus 1 upon 9 is x plus 1 upon 3 whole square, and this minus 1 upon 9 plus 7 upon 3 is plus 20 upon 9. So this may be written as x plus 1 upon 3 whole square plus 2 root 5 upon 3 whole square. 20 is 2 root 5 whole square and 9 is 3 whole square. So we have expressed 3x square plus 2x plus 7 as sum of squares of two terms. So this is because we have 3 here, so 1 upon 3 may be written outside because 3 is in the denominator. So x plus 1 upon 3 whole square, 2 root of 5 upon 3 whole square. So this expression is similar to x square plus a square. And we know that integration of 1 upon x square plus a square with respect to x is 1 upon a tangent inverse x upon a. And in this case, in place of x, we have x plus 1 upon 3. And in place of a, we have 2 root 5 upon 3. If you compare these terms, x square plus x square, x is x plus 1 upon 3 and a is 2 root 5 upon 3. So it is equal to 1 upon 3, this 3, then 1 upon a. A is 2 root 5 upon 3. So 2 root 5 upon 3. Upon 3 means 3 will go to numerator. Tangent inverse x upon a. So x plus 1 upon 3 upon 2 root 5 upon 3. If you take 3 LCM, then it will be 3x plus 1 upon 3. So in the denominator you have 3. Here in the denominator you have 3. So maybe omitted. So this is 3x plus 1 upon 2 root 5 plus c. So here also 3 and 3 will cancel out. 1 upon 2 root 5. So integration of 1 upon 3x square plus 2x plus 7 with respect to x is 1 upon 2 root 5 tangent inverse 3x plus 1 upon 2 root 5 plus c. If we have trigonometric functions of the form 1 upon 4 sin x plus 3 cos x, then first of all use some trigonometric formulas to simplify this. We know that sin 2x is 2 sin x cos x and cos 2x is cos square x minus sin square x. But in place of 2x we have x here. So we can write sin x as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 and cos x as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. So use these formulas in this expression. So it will become dx upon 4 sin x plus 3 cos x will become 8 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 because sin x is 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. So 2 into 4 is 8. Here it is 3 cos x is cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. In all the functions of the form 1 upon a sin x plus b cos x, always use this technique that first of all decompose sin x as sin x by 2 cos x by 2 means 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 and cos x as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Then divide the numerator and denominator by cos square x by 2. If we divide numerator by cos square x by 2, so 1 upon cos square x by 2 is secant square x by 2 and here we have dx. If you divide this term by cos square x by 2, so 1 cos x by 2 will cancel and sin x by 2 upon tangent cos x by 2 is tangent x by 2, so 8 tangent x by 2. So for this term, this is 3 cos square x by 2. Divide by cos square by 2, so we are left with 3. Now minus 3 sin square x by 2 upon cos square x by 2, so 3 tangent square x by 2. So we have secant square x by 2 and this is 3 plus 8x by 2 minus 3 tangent square x by 2. I have rearranged the terms. First I have written constant term, then tangent x by 2, then tangent square x by 2 term. So just rearrange the terms, then substitute tangent x by 2 equal to t. I have substituted this integral, the given integral as I also. So if you substitute tangent x by 2 equal to t, we know that derivative of tangent theta is secant square theta. So derivative of tangent x by 2 is secant square x by 2 and derivative of x by 2 is 1 by 2. So it is 1 by 2 secant square x by 2 dx equal to dt. So we have here secant square x by 2 dx. So this 2 will go to this side. So secant square x by 2 dx will be 2 dt. So therefore this I is equal to 2 dt in place of this, and here this is 3 for 8 tangent x by 2 is t, 8t, then minus 3 tangent square x by 2 is t square, 3t square. So this is 2 dt upon 3 plus 8t minus 3t square. So this is the expression of the form which we discussed in previous example. So first of all, try to decompose it into square of sum of two terms or square of difference of two terms. Also notice that here the coefficient of t square is minus 3. So try to make the coefficient of t square to be 1. So first of all, let us simplify this expression. So 3 plus 8t minus 3 square can be written as, take minus 3 common, t square minus 8 upon 3x minus 3. Now coefficient of 2x is 4 upon 3. So square 4 upon 3, which is 16 upon 9. Then add and subtract 16 upon 9 from this expression. Always remember that we have to add and subtract the square of coefficient, square of the term which is coefficient of 2x. So we have added and subtracted 16 upon 9 here. So t square minus 2 into 4 upon 3t plus 16 upon 9 minus 16 upon 9 minus 3. So these terms are square of t minus 4 upon 3 whole square. T square minus 2 into 4 upon 3 minus plus square of 4 upon 3, so 16 upon 9. This is square of t minus 4 upon 3. And this is 16 upon 9 minus 3. This term is 43 upon 9. So 43 upon 9 is square of under root 43 upon 3. So I have written this as minus 3t minus 4 upon 3 whole square minus under root 43 upon 3 whole square. Because we have minus outside the bracket, multiply it inside, so it will be under root 43 upon 3 whole square minus t minus 4 upon 3 whole square. So we have expressed this expression as a difference of square of two terms. So it may be written as 3 is in the denominator here, so 2 upon 3. So under root 43 upon 3 whole square minus t 4 upon 3 whole square. So we have dt here. This term is of the form 1 upon a square minus x square. In place of a, we have under root 43 upon 3. In place of x, we have t minus 4 upon 3. So this, we know that integration of 1 upon a square minus x square with respect to x is 1 upon 2a log a plus x upon a minus x plus c. So this will be this 2 upon 3, 1 upon 2 a. A is under root 43 upon 3, so under root 43 and 3 will go in the numerator, log under root 43 upon 3 plus t minus 4 upon 3, because it is a plus x. So a is under root 43 upon 3, x is t minus 4 upon 3. And in the denominator, a minus x under root 43 upon 3 minus t minus 43 upon 3 plus c. C is the constant of integration. So here this 2 and 2 will cancel out, this 3 and 3 will cancel out. So 1 upon under root 43 log. If you take 3 to be LCM, so it will be under root 43 plus 3t minus 4. If you take 3 LCM here, under root 43 minus 3t minus 4. In the numerator, in the denominator, in both everywhere, in the denominator you have 3, so 3 will cancel out. So under root 43 plus 3t minus 4, under root 43 minus 3t minus 4. I have written plus here, so inside the bracket we will have minus, and this minus and minus plus. So whenever you have the expression of this form, always use this technique to evaluate the integration. Use the formula sin 2x equal to 2 sin x cos x, cos 2x equal to cos square x minus sin square x, and then divide the numerator and denominator by cos square x by 2. Suppose we want to evaluate this integral, and we evaluated this in the previous slide also. Now we are evaluating it using different method. If we substitute 4 equal to r cos alpha and 3 equal to r sin alpha, and if you square and add both sides, you will get 4 square plus 3 square equal to r square cos square alpha plus r square sin square alpha. If you take r square common, cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, which is 1. It means r square equal to 4 square plus 3 square, which is 25. 4 square is 16, 3 square is 9, so 16 plus 9 is 25. If you divide these two, r sin alpha upon r cos alpha, r cancel out tangent alpha, and 3 upon 4. So tangent alpha is 3 upon 4. It means r is equal to 5 and alpha is equal to tangent inverse 3 upon 5. So we can write 4 sin x plus 3 cos x as r cos alpha plus sin x plus r sin alpha cos x. And we know that sin a cos b plus cos a sin b sin a plus b. So we may write it as r sin x plus alpha. So this expression 1 upon 4 sin x plus 3 cos x reduces to 1 upon 5 sin x plus alpha, because r is 5. And 1 upon sin x plus alpha is cosecant x plus alpha. 5 I have written out of integral sign because we are integrating with respect to x, and this is constant term. And integration of cosecant x dx is log tangent x by 2 plus c. So apply this formula. So 1 upon 5 log tangent x plus alpha by 2 plus c. And we can break it into two parts, x by 2 plus alpha by 2. So x by 2, alpha by 2, 1 upon 2, alpha is tangent inverse 3 upon 4. So this is also one of the method to evaluate this type of integral, and I think this method is short also. And in both the cases, answer is also different, but both the methods are correct, and this method need more calculations, and this method is, I think, more simple. Suppose we want to find the integral of 1 plus 2 sin x plus 3 cos x. As I explained in previous slide, always express sin x as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2, cos x as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. We have 1 here. So 1 is nothing but sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2, because we know that sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So I have expressed 1 plus 2 sin x plus 3 cos x as sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2, which is 1. 2 sin x as 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 plus 3 into cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. Now simplify these terms. So cos square x by 2, here also 3 cos square x by 2. So this is 4 cos square x by 2. This is 2 into 2, 4 sin x by 2 cos x by 2. And this is sin square x by 2. This is minus 3 sin square x by 2. So minus 2 sin square x by 2. So in these type of expressions, divide numerator and denominator by cos square x by 2. If you divide numerator by cos square x by 2, you will have 1 upon cos square x by 2, which is secant square x by 2 dx. If you divide this by cos square x by 2, we will have 4 here. If you divide cos square x by 2, this term, cos x by 2 will cancel, sin x by 2 upon cos x by 2, tangent x by 2. If you divide it by cos square x by 2, so sin theta upon cos theta is tangent theta, so tangent square x by 2. This is the same method as we discussed in previous slide. So substitute tangent x by 2 as t. Derivative of tangent x by 2 is secant square x by 2. Derivative of x by 2 is 1 upon 2. So 1 upon 2 secant square x by 2 dx equal to dt. If you substitute this in this expression, so it will be secant square x by 2 dx is, this 2 will go to right hand side, 2 dt, Here it is 4. It is 4 into t, then minus 2 into t square, because tangent x by 2 is t, so t square. So 4 plus 4t minus 2 square. So 2 is common here, and in the numerator also we have 2. So we can cancel that 2. So dt upon 2 plus 2t minus t square. Now we have the expression of the form as we discussed in first slide. So it is 2 plus 2t minus t square. Take minus common, t square minus 2t minus 2 to make the coefficient of t square to be 1. I have taken minus common. Now coefficient of 2t is 1, square of 1 is 1, so add and subtract 1. So t square minus 2t plus 1 minus 1 minus 2. So this is nothing but t minus 1 whole square. T minus 1 whole square, this is minus 3, so this is the square of under root 3. Because we have minus outside the bracket, so we can write it as under root 3 whole square minus t minus 1 whole square. So this is 1 upon under root 3 whole square minus t minus 1 whole square, and we want to integrate this expression with respect to t. This is nothing but of the form 1 upon a square minus x square, and we know that integration of 1 upon a square minus x square with respect to x is 1 upon 2a log a plus x upon a minus x. So in place of a we have under root 3, in place of x we have t minus 1. So 1 upon 2, a is under root 3 log under root 3 plus x t minus 1 under root 3 minus t minus 1. Because this is a, this is x, a plus x, a minus x. But t is nothing but tangent x by 2. So 1 upon 2 root 3 log under root 3 minus 1 I have written here. T is tangent x by 2, under root 3 minus and minus plus 1 I have written here, tangent x by 2 plus c. C is the constant of integration. One more example of this type. Suppose we want to find the integral of 1 plus cos alpha cos 6 upon cos alpha plus cos 6 dx. Here we are integrating with respect to x, therefore cos alpha is constant. It is like a, b, c or any constant. So we will treat cos alpha as constant in this integration. So we can write 1 as cos square alpha plus sin square alpha, because we know that cos square alpha plus sin square alpha is 1, and this is cos alpha cos 6 and denominator cos alpha plus cos 6. Now I can take cos alpha in common in first and third term. See, cos alpha is common. So here we can write sin square alpha, then cos alpha. If you take cos alpha common, this will be cos alpha. If you take cos alpha common, so this is cos 6. So this expression becomes sin square alpha plus cos alpha into cos alpha plus cos x alpha cos x upon cos alpha plus cos 6. So write it into two parts. By the property of integration, we can write it into two integrals. So this is sin square alpha is constant. So I have written outside the bracket. So it is dx upon cos alpha plus cos 6. First term, sin square alpha dx. So sin square outside, dx upon cos alpha plus cos 6. Here in the second term, cos alpha into cos alpha cos x upon cos alpha plus cos 6. Cos alpha plus cos x will cancel out. Cos alpha is constant. So I have written outside the bracket. Inside we have only dx. So this is sin square alpha, integration of dx cos alpha plus cos x plus cos alpha integration of 1 into dx. Now again we have the same form here in the first integral. So cos alpha into sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2, because we know that 1 is equal to sin square theta plus cos square theta. So here I have written cos square x by 2 plus sin square x by 2 plus cos square x by 2. And cos x is written as cos square x by 2 minus sin square x by 2. We have used the same technique. Now integration of 1 is x. So this is cos alpha into x. and this is sine square alpha. If you take sine square x by 2 common in this first term and last term, you will get cos alpha here. Here it is 1 here, so minus 1 sine square x by 2. Take cos square x by 2 in these two terms. Here we have cos alpha and here you have 1, so plus 1, and here this is x cos alpha. So we have the expression of the form 1 upon cos minus alpha sine square x by 2 or 1 plus cos alpha plus 1 cos square x by 2. So divide the numerator and denominator by cos square x by 2. So 1 upon cos square x by 2 is secant square x by 2 dx, and if you divide by sine square x cos square x by 2, this will be tangent x square by 2. I have written it here. Cos alpha minus 1 tangent square x by 2. If you divide this by cos square x by 2, so it will be cos alpha plus 1. So it is cos alpha plus 1. I have written first this term, then this term. Just rearrange the term. So now substitute tangent x by 2 equal to t. So 1 upon 2 secant square x by 2 dx equal to dt. So this will be sine square alpha. So this is 2 dt, and this is cos alpha minus 1 sine square. So sorry, here cos alpha plus 1 plus cos alpha minus 1, and this is t square, and this is x cos alpha. So now sine square alpha 2 dt, we may also write it as 1 plus cos alpha, and if you take minus common here, 1 minus cos alpha t square, and 1 plus cos alpha we know that it is 2 cos square alpha by 2, and 1 minus cos alpha we know that it is 2 sine square alpha by 2 using trigonometric formulas. Always remember these formulas: 1 plus cos alpha 2 cos square alpha by 2 minus 1 minus cos alpha 2 sine square alpha by 2, and this t square. Now for simplification, break this into, use the trigonometric formula sin 2 alpha as 2 sin alpha cos alpha. So sin alpha is 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2, and because we have square here, so this square, and here take 2 sin alpha by 2 common. If we take sin 2 alpha by 2 common here, so 2 sin alpha by 2, 2 cos alpha by 2 cos square alpha by 2 upon 2 sin square alpha by 2. 2 and 2 will cancel out, and cos square alpha by 2 upon sin square alpha by 2 is cotangent square alpha by 2, and here you will be left only with t square. We have taken 2 sin square alpha by 2 common from here. So this is 2 sin square alpha by 2. Here it is 4 sin square alpha by 2 cos square alpha by 2. So this 2 will cancel this 4. We will be left with 2 only. Cos square alpha by 2 will be left. Sin square alpha by 2 will cancel. So 2 cos square alpha by 2, and here it is. This 2 will cancel with this 2, although I have written here 2, and this is cotangent square alpha by 2 minus t square. It is of the form 1 upon a square minus x square. So integration of 1 upon a square minus x square is 1 upon 2a log a minus x, a plus x upon a minus x. So 1 upon 2, in place of a we have cotangent alpha by 2, and in place of x we have t. So 1 upon 2 cotangent alpha by 2 log cotangent alpha by 2 plus t, cotangent alpha by 2 minus t. Here I have applied the formula of integration of 1 upon a square minus x square, which is 1 upon 2a log a plus x upon a minus x. So here we had only 2 cos square alpha by 2, and this 2, and again this 2 cotangent alpha by 2. Cotangent alpha by 2 is nothing but cos alpha by 2 upon sin alpha by 2. So sin alpha by 2 will be in the numerator, cos alpha by 2 will be in the denominator, and these two will cancel out. So 1 cos alpha by 2 will cancel uh, with the one which we have here. So we will have 2 cos alpha by 2 sin alpha by 2. And we know that 2 sin alpha by 2 cos alpha by 2 is 2 sin alpha. So we have here 2 sin alpha log cotangent alpha by 2, and t is tangent x by 2, cotangent alpha by 2, t is tangent x by 2, which we have substituted here. So it is plus x cos alpha plus c. C is the constant of integration. Whenever we integrate, always write the constant of integration. Now we will discuss one more method. If we want to integrate the function of the form px plus q upon ax square plus bx plus c, where p, q, a, b, c are constants, then first of all write px plus q as a into derivative of ax square plus bx plus c plus b, and derivative of ax square plus bx plus c is 2ax plus b. So a into 2ax plus b, and then determine these values of a and b by equating the coefficient of x and the constant terms on both sides. And if you when you obtain the term these constants a and b, you may get the integral of some known form, and then you can apply the known techniques which we discussed in previous slides and apply the formulas which you have studied in previous classes. So in earlier slides we had the expression of the form 1 upon ax square plus bx plus c. Now you have the expression of the form px plus q upon ax square plus bx plus c. So always try to express the term in the numerator in this form. Suppose we want to evaluate the integral of x plus 2 upon 2x square plus cx plus 5 with respect to x. So here in the numerator you have x plus 2, in the denominator you have 2x square plus 6x plus 5. So we can write it as x plus 2 equal to a into derivative of 2x square plus 6x plus 5 plus b. So derivative of this is 4x plus 6. If you equate coefficient of x from both sides, here you have coefficient of x is 1, here the coefficient of x is 4a. So 4a equal to 1. Equate constant terms, it is 2 here, here it is 6 into a, 6a plus b. 6a plus b equal to t, 2. So 4a equal to 1 means a equal to 1 upon 4. Substitute a equal to 1 upon 4 here, you will get b equal to 1 upon 2. So we can write this expression as 1 upon 4, 4x plus c plus 1 upon 2. So we can express x plus 2 upon 2x square plus 6x plus 5 as in two terms, and using the properties of definite integral we can express this integral as a integral of two terms. So it is 1 upon 4 because a is 1 upon 4, 4x plus c, we have 4x plus 6 here, upon 2x square plus 6x plus 5 dx, plus 1 upon 2, b is 1 upon 2, and dx upon 2x square plus 6x plus 5. So first integral is easy to integrate. Substitute 2x square plus 6x plus 5 as t. So it will be 4x plus 6 dx equal to dt. So it means we have here 1 upon 4 dt upon t, and it is easy to integrate, which is 1 upon 4 log t. And for the second term we can take 2 common here. So it is 1 upon 4 x square plus 3x plus 5 by 2. This is of the form which we discussed in the previous slide. So express x square plus 3x plus 5 by 2 as the sum of squares of two terms. So we can write x square plus 3x plus 5 by 2 as coefficient of 2x. Coefficient of 2x here is 3 by 2. Square 3 by 2, which is 9 upon 4. So add and subtract 9 upon 4 from this expression. So x square plus 3x plus 9 upon 4 minus 9 upon 4 plus 5 by 2. So x square plus 3x plus 9 upon 4 is x plus 3 by 2 whole square, and minus 9 by 4 plus 5 upon 2 is 1 upon 4, and 1 upon 4 is 1 upon 2 whole square. So we can write it as 1 upon 4 sine of integration dx x plus 3 by 2 whole square plus 1 upon 2 whole square. To evaluate this integral, we may substitute x plus 3 by 2 as u in the second integral. So dx is equal to du, although we can directly apply the formula, because this is of the form 1 upon x square plus a square, and we know that integration of 1 upon x square plus a square with respect to x is 1 upon a tangent inverse x upon a plus c. So we can directly apply this formula by replacing x by x plus 3 by 2 and a by 1 by 2. But I have substituted here x plus 3 by 2 as u. So this will be 1 upon 4 du u square plus 1 upon 2 whole square plus c. So if you integrate it, it will be 1 upon 4, 1 upon a. A is 1 upon 2, tangent inverse x upon a, u upon 1 upon 2. So it will be, this is 4, this is 1 upon 2, so 1 upon 2, tangent inverse u is x plus 3 by 2, and this 2 will go in the numerator, 2 into x plus 3 by 2. So it will be tangent inverse 2x plus 3 plus c, and this side it was log t, so I have substituted the value of t, so 2x square plus 6x plus 6. So if we have the term of the form px plus q upon ax square plus bx plus c, then write it as a into derivative of denominator plus b, and get the values of a and b, and then express it as a sum of two integrals, and you will get the forms of which you have done in previous lectures or in previous classes. Then it will be easier for you to integrate the given integral. Thank you.